Ayun,
And
ako, I'm just learning to be learning to be
More alone.
more alone, I think. I'm
Yeah.
learning to be
This
more.
is the that's the last topic on our second episode, man.
Pero ang hirap i-follow through because of
Mm-hmm.
our meetings and social media stuff. Mahirap,
Mm-hmm.
kailangan ko pa tuloy buksan yung Facebook ko for some reason. Kaya it's really very hard to um be alone in a way.
Yeah, well, Rilke said that solitude is difficult. That's why it's worth it.
So yeah, kung napanood niyo yung second episode, alam niyo yung mga pinagsasabi namin. So,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh yeah, to our international listeners, pasensya na ako nagtatagalog kami kasi um alam mo na.
now, so paano naman?
Oh, sorry. Damn it. To our international listeners, we'd like to apologize if we're speaking in our native tongue. It's just my buddies here find it easier to speak in their native tongue. I'll try to speak English from time to time.
It doesn't seem
Dude.
natural kasi kapag nag-English kami.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, enough about that.
KD, kamusta?
Yeah, how's school? Have you all started?
hindi pa naman kami nag-uumpisa ngayon. Kumbaga, orientation pa lang namin. To tell you the truth, kahapon lang, orientation namin.
Okay.
Ngayon, that's all.
That's good. At least y'all getting started. I just finished. I passed calc. Yeah, I passed calc.
Congrats, my friend.
It was an uphill struggle, understanding limits and derivatives and I'm on to integrals and antiderivatives, but it's an uphill struggle.
We hated math.
Yeah, I hate math, but I'm an engineering student, so gotta love math. You're forced to it. It's like shoved down your throat, man.
Lugi sa'yo.
Oh shit! It's shoved down your throat. All right, so let's get on with our topic for today.
The Godfather trilogy.
Godfather.
So, can we give some history about The Godfather first?
Sure. Give us a primer, Kendrick.
So, The Godfather was a book written by Mario Puzo. And naging film lang siya noong 1972, directed by the ever so grateful Francis Ford Coppola. And the novel was written in 1969. Yung theme ng novel is very parang post World War II yung dating. I haven't read the book, pero ang laking impact nung kasi the first two of the three movies were adapted from the book. Am I right? I think I'm right. Diba? Tapos lately,
I think you got that right.
Yeah, lately ko lang nalaman kay Ramon before having this episode is the third episode was just parang
third episode means third movie.
Third movie. Yung third movie is
I think it was co-written by Ford Coppola and Puzo, but it's not completely written by Puzo. It's not in his novel, the original work. Because the second one ended perfectly, in my opinion. By the way, if you haven't seen the movie, there are a ton of spoilers. That's a heads up. Put that in the description. There are a ton of spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, we recommend you watch it first.
Kaabang-abang talaga siya.
Yeah, a heads up.
Yeah, if you
watch it.
A cultured person, parang masarap siyang panoorin kasi yung theme kasi very
it's a classic.
Post World War II, tama?
Yeah,
it's after the Second World War.
So yun, parang ganun yung theme. And
the fashion of the movie though.
nung una ko pinanood, ramdam ko yung ano eh. Ramdam ko yung ramdam parang nasa movie ka. Parang nandun
Yeah.
mo. Di ba? Di ba?
Yes. Yes.
Mhm. The acting was so natural. The
Yes.
screenplay was amazing.
It's like, ayoko, ano, parang, basta, it's hard to explain, but it's very, di ba? Di ba?
It's so good.
Yes.
Marlon Brando won an Oscar, Best Actor,
Pero,
which he did,
yun, naging,
which he declined. Yeah, he declined that. He declined the Oscar due to Native American. He wanted to represent. I don't want to get into the nitty gritty of it, but that's what I read. You know, nabasa ko na dinecline niya dahil daw sa Native American rights, something like that. I have to do more research on it, but that's what Google said.
so, ayun, yung, first 2 episodes were adapted from the book. Tapos yung third, episode, movie is, parang, inisip nila kung ano nangyari sa family a few years after. So, the first movie was shown in 1972. The second movie was shown in 1974.
75 ata.
73 yung second, I think. Kasi back-to-back siya nanalo Oscar.
Oh, okay. Pero basta parang
Yeah, the Godfather 2 won an Oscar too.
a few years after the first movie, diba? So,
Yeah.
so the third movie, yun yung pinakamalayong agwat. So,
Oh.
Years na.
nag-1990.
1995 ata or 1990.
Basta around that, para makita nila yung age, yung pag-age ng character, part of them, na gumawa
Yeah,
ng
74. 74 yung second. Excuse me, sorry. Nasa Google ako ngayon.
So, yun.
Yung 3, 1995.
1995? Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah, dude. Malayo agwat nila.
Nakita mo talaga yung ano eh. Parang yung dedication nila, yung age, yung pag-age pa, tapos hiring all of the people
The
still.
original cast, the OG cast.
Super.
Dope, man.
Ang ano, it's very parang hindi siya pilit, pero I think the third
1990 pala, excuse me. God, I have to get my facts straight. 1990 pala yung third movie. Anyways, back to the discussion.
Nagmukha tuloy mas realistic yung Godfather nung pinakita talaga kung paano sila tumanda. Like, after 1970s, then di-jump sila sa 1990s. Diba?
Yeah. Sobrang parang paano kaya yung feeling nung una mong kasi 'di ba age pa ng parents natin yon yung 1970 something 'di ba? So paano kung napanood nila yung first movie hanggang third movie parang inabangan nila Parang ano yung magiging pakiramdam nila? Like sa atin kasi we're like very new to this old movie thing, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Ano kaya sa tingin mo, like ano yung magiging pakiramdam nila, no? Parang mas masarap yung pakiramdam na mas nandun ka sa time na yon kaysa yung ngayon,
Oo.
'di ba? So
That's true.
for me the first and the third movie was the best for me. Para di ako makapagpili sa dalawa. How about you guys? How about you, Kate?
Personally, the KKD.
Sa akin, to be honest, lahat eh. Sa bawat episode, may matututunan ka kasi. Hindi ko rin binabasa sa mga cinematography kung paano sila mag-way ng video. Pero yung moral lesson ng movie, yung tinignan ko. Kaya nagustuhan ko sila lahat.
How about you, Ramon?
I like the first movie, to be frank. First movie was good in every sense of the word. Its cinematography was amazing. How the camera captured different angles. The lighting was great. Acting was amazing. I mean, Marlon Brando nailed it here. Al Pacino nailed it here. Even Robert Duvall, Tom Hagen, everybody, Diane Keaton, Kay Adams, they all nailed it, man. Screenwriting, of course, screenwriting would be great because Puzo himself wrote the first and the second. screenwriting. It's amazing. It deserved an Oscar.
So, kaya namin ginawa tong episode na to. Kasi three of us are fans of The Godfather.
Yeah, I've been a fan. My father watched it a lot when I was young.
I've been a fan nung pinakilala sa akin ni Kendrick, yung Godfather. Nung
Pero si
una
Kendrick
kasi,
talaga, go.
nung una kasi nakita yung Godfather, kala ko siya, like, gorish, sobrang gorish, bawal sa bata. Kasi
Oo.
bata ko siya nalaman. Pero nung inintroduce
Oo.
sa akin ni Kendrick nung college ako, ganda pala ng movie na to. Kaya, yung one day tinapos ko yung Godfather lahat yun.
Damn. Oo nga, it took me, 7 months?
So,
Tapos na-spoil pa sa akin yung third movie.
ang lungkot nun, yung third movie talaga yung the best. Parang
I like the
Sarap.
first, man.
second, third talaga.
The first was hot, man.
Pero the first,
Like, name me a more iconic scene. Is it in the first? Is it in the second? Is it in the third? What's the more iconic scene of Godfather? What's the film known for?
Vito Corleone. For me.
Ako,
The opening scene, man.
Vito Corleone.
The opening
Opening scene. The opening
scene.
of
When Bonacera was talking to Vito Corleone about his daughter. And that scene just drives the movie, man. You see Vito
Pinakita ka agad.
Corleone.
Pinakita
So
agad ko ano gano'n.
sinister. You don't know what he's gonna do to Bonacera. I like how he's so unpredictable. Diba?
Yeah.
What did you have
Agree.
to do to make me this disrespectful? Why didn't you come to me? Why'd you go to the police? God damn, man. You ang ganda ang galing ng acting ni Bonacera kasi pinapakita niya yung kaba niya because he knows he's talking to someone so powerful.
Even Luca Brasi.
Yeah, and the entire first scene was quiet and dark.
Oo. Ano,
Diba? It's quiet
and dark.
and dark.
Yun nga, yeah.
Then, when Bonacera and Vito Corleone had an agreement, and Vito Corleone gave the justice, I don't know, nobody knows what Clemenza did to the boys that treated his daughter wrongfully. When the door opened, you heard the music. You notice that in the first film? Watch it again. Pagkabukas ni Vito Corleone ng pintuan para palabasin si Bonacera, biglang nagkaroon ng buhay yung scene.
Chills.
It's as if parang,
Yeah, gets.
alam mo, yeah, I don't want to go in too deep with it, but it's the little things that make it count. Little things.
Actually nagulat ako sa pagiging culture. Yung culture, yung ramdam mo yung pagiging kahit Pilipino tayo, ramdam mo yung pagiging Sicilian nila eh. Yung central theme rather nung three movies is the concept of family, tama. And we are here.
Family runs deep. Family runs deep in the Italians, man.
Yeah. So, family. What can we discuss about family? Kasi, kung isipin mo, yung pagiging connected nila sa family destroyed them one way or another. Diba?
It corrupted them and it built them. It built and corrupted them. So there are many ways that your family can do that to you. It's only a matter of what, how, and when it'll happen. Well, makita naman natin how si Michael Corleone, how his family corrupted him and how it built him and corrupted him again.
Yeah.
Diba? So, in the first film, di ba, nagsundalo siya. Dahil nga,
Yeah.
iba siya mag-isip sa mga kapatid niya.
He believed.
Na-explain yun, di ba? Towards the last scene of the first film. Iba siya mag-isip sa mga kapatid niya.
Yes.
Um,
Part 2 ba yun?
He's
Yung kumakain sila.
part 1 yun.
Sa part 1 yun.
Part 1 yun.
Hindi. Yung
Part 1, the ending.
kumakain sila sa mesa, part 2 yun.
Yung pinag-usapan nila kung ano
Yeah.
na papamana sa kanila yung mafia ba yun?
Yeah,
It's part
sorry.
two.
Excuse me. Part 2 pala yun. Part 2 pala yun. Excuse me. Anyways, so, doon natin nakilala yung background character ni Michael because we only know Michael in the first and second film. We don't know him. We don't know him prior to that. And it was amazing to know that he believed in good. He think differently from his brothers and his father. Iba siya sa pamilya. At sa first film, di ba yung kumakain sila ni Kay Adams, yung kasal ng kapatid niya. Nung kinakwento ni Michael, yung nangyari kay Frank Fontaine.
Johnny Fontaine.
Johnny Fontaine.
Johnny Fontaine.
Thanks, Katie. Frank Fontaine. Bioshock yun eh. Johnny Fontaine.
Kaya nga guess natin.
Yeah. Johnny Fontaine. Johnny Fontaine.
Our expert moviegoer. Katie Laura.
Is the godson of Vito Corleone. And Johnny Fontaine apparently was in a band. The band wouldn't release him. So Johnny Fontaine went with his godfather. And Vito Corleone gave the band leader an offer he can't refuse. The iconic line na yon.
Yeah.
Luca Brasi, another character in the movie, apparently put a gun to the head of the band leader, and Vito Corleone assured him that it's either his brains or his signature that's going to be on that contract. Apparently, it's a signature, and Johnny Fontaine went from there. We saw how Michael reacted to the story when he told Kay Adams that that's his family, but not him. He shows his disgust for his family. Galit siya sa pamilya niya kasi nga hindi siya sang-ayon sa ginagawa ng pamilya niya, extortion and being underworld boss. Yun.
Ikaw, KD, ano yung favorite scene mo sa Godfather trilogy?
Hirap, ang dami kasi.
The best, of course. The best of the best. Or kahit isa, one of them.
Siguro yung pinatay yung anak niya.
Saan dun?
And yung pinatay yung
Ending sa third
ni Michael Corleone yung anak niyang babae.
Ah.
Sa huli. Part 3.
Yun talaga. One of my favorites din yun. Ang sakit.
Kasi doon niya talaga
Kita mo
na-realize lahat.
Yung emotion niya dun eh.
Doon niya na-realize. Na-realize na lahat ng pagkakamali niya.
Pasigaw talaga siya eh.
Like, lahat ng ginawa niyang masama, parang bumalik sa kanya.
Culminating factor.
Like, damn. Yun yung hindi napanood ni Ramon.
Ibang-iba siya sa tatay niya. Kumbaga yung pag-develop ng tatay niya doon sa ganyong lifestyle is lahat ng lumalapit sa kanya mabait, lahat ng sinusukli sa kanya. Maganda lahat ng sinusukli sa kanya. Hindi katulad ni Michael, hindi siya naging tumanda katulad ng tatay niya. Like, lahat ng nangyari sa kanya, puro negative. Kumbaga, nag-crackdown lahat.
So, isa yun sa pinakamalung, alam mo yung, nung narinig ko yung gunshot, like, tiningnan ko talaga si Michael kung may shot talaga siya. Tapos, biglang tumawag yung daughter niya, sabi, Daddy. Daddy ba yun? O, Daddy. Basta ganun. Tapos biglang she was shot.
Sa dress.
White
Blood spilling.
white dress pa yon, di ba?
Yeah.
I got goosebumps when I saw the blood stain. As in, sumigaw pa ng malakas si Michael Corleone. Tapos sobrang naawa ko. Ramdam ko yung emotion ni Michael Corleone on that scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, kunyari alam mo, Robot, kasi di mo napanood yun. God damn.
Panoorin mo na
Yeah,
kasi.
my mom spoiled it though, so
Pinakamasakit ang spoiler, ayun eh.
Oh,
Galing pa sa magulang.
it's alright. I mean, it didn't really affect me that.
pero at least alam mo cultured yung nanay mo by watching The Godfather, di ba?
Yeah, my mom watches a lot of movies.
Ano kaya yung feeling na nanonood ka ng movie nung panahon, no?
That time,
Yeah.
you had to be one of the top. Because, mind you, we're in the Philippines, and movies that good don't come by. Especially 70s. Diba, wala pang internet. So, parang kailangan, you have to read a lot of books. Seeing at the time, favorite novel was The Godfather, tapos naging pelikula, I'd watch it in a heartbeat.
Trumpet of the Swan. Alam niyo yun?
No, I don't know.
Kasi naging parang book report namin yun. Tapos parang E.B. White. You know E.B. White?
E.D. White. I feel like I've heard him.
E.B. White. Wala lang. Ginawa siyang movie. Tapos, instead of doing the book report, parang pinanood ko na lang yung movie. Wala lang.
Yeah, most people do that.
Share ko.
Most people do that. Anyways, back to the discussion. Yun nga, no? Before we left off, magandang The Godfather is a perfect example of family. How it corrupts, builds, corrupts, and builds. And it's, kita naman natin kay Michael Corleone nga, na we saw his character development. We saw it go down.
Yeah. So,
We saw it go down. For the longest time, it's the first movie, the first act of the film, cold siya sa tatay niya, diba?
yeah.
Cold siya sa tatay niya. He didn't care about his dad. Talagang, ano ba? How would you describe it, KD Kendrick? How would you describe this?
KD.
Because the third movie is great, but the first movie and the second film, particularly the first film, doon mo makita yung transition ni Michael to someone from good to bad. Expound some more, guys.
So, for me, yung first movie kasi, di ba, sabi mo, cold nga si Michael. And, kita-kita naman kasi, kaya nga siya nagsundalo kasi ayaw niya yung sistema nung pamilya niya, kung ano yung ginagawa. Kasi nga nalaman niya, this and that.
Pero mahal siya ng tatay niya. Di ba? Parang ayaw pa magpa-picture ng tatay niya, wala siya dun.
Oo, yun yung ironic. Yun nga yung ironic.
Yun yung ironic.
Very opposite sila in views in life.
Oh. Have you seen the deleted scenes? Yung mga deleted scenes sa YouTube.
Nakita ko yung deleted scene.
Yung si Jenko, yung consigliere nila, yung namamatay na. Nakita mo yun?
No. Ang alam ko lang yung parang magsusundalo na si Michael. Yun lang yung nakita ko.
Kinausap niya si Vito.
Oh, yun yung nakita ko.
Yun ang hindi ko napanood. Pero napanood ko yung si Jenko, yung consigliere. Ang ganda, gago. Even the deleted scene was perfect.
But ngayon mo lang sinabi, sana pinanood na namin before the podcast.
Wala, sorry. Sorry, guys.
Panoorin lang natin.
Yun nga, ang ganda tong kasi mamamatay na yung dating consigliere. Tapos sinabihan ni Tom Hagen si Vito na puntahan nila kasi mamamatay na nga daw. This is after the wedding, like the night after the wedding. I mean, the night after the celebration. So, pumunta sila. Tapos talagang Vito, because Tom asked even Michael, would Michael come with us? And Vito said, all my children. See that? See how fatherly that is? I want all my kids to go. Even Tom Hagen was there, and Johnny Fontaine was there. They went because Johnny Fontaine is technically his godson. God damn, right? God damn.
Yan.
God damn.
Kung shinare, kung,
God damn intricacies.
kung shinare mo sa amin yung video, alam sana namin, di ba?
Tapos, there's this scene there na umiinom ng tubig si Michael. Now, Vito stopped and talked to Michael and asked him, what are all these ribbons? Kasi diba in the military uniform, yung mga ribbon dito. Yung mga, ano nila, achievements nila. Tapos sabi ni Michael for bravery. And then Vito said something. I forgot it. It's so darn good. Well, yeah, I asked, what are your plans after when you get out? Finish school. That's what Michael said. And then Vito said, talk to me. Because I feel like Vito wants Michael to rule the family business from the onset. Damn,
Simula
man,
pa lang.
it's so fucking good, dude. Nasa sidetrack tayo sa usapan. Ngayon, sabihin niyo sa akin yung na-miss kong deleted scene. Kwenta niyo.
KD.
Ayun lang. Yung nag-decide na maging sundalo si Michael. Then, kinausap ni
Paano niya
Vito
sinabi?
na, like, is it necessary ba na magsundalo ba siya? Paalis na kasi si Michael. Parang ide-deploy na siya. Parang ayaw kausapin ni Michael. Si Vito. Ayun. Pero doon mo parang makikita yung pagmamahal talaga ni Vito sa anak niya.
Hindi ko nakita yan. Ang
Pero
dami
at least,
palang deleted scene, no? Kala ko ilan lang.
Kahit ayaw mangyari ni Vito yung gustong mangyari ni Michael. Sinuportahan pa rin ni Vito kasi he's the very father talaga eh.
Pero kahit ganun, kahit galit si Michael sa pamilya. Galit siya sa sistema kung paano nabubuhay yung pamilya. Pero mahal na mahal niya yung pamilya niya.
Parang self-redemption na rin yung pagiging sundalo niya.
Para makalayo lang siya sa masamang gawain.
Pero dahil nga sa attempted assassination kay Vito, 'di ba? Doon nagkandalete lahat.
Oo, yung attempted assassination. Doon nagkaroon ng paki si Michael eh. Nung mamamatay na tatay
Doon mo
niya.
talaga nakita yung pagmamahal niya sa tatay niya. Na talagang mahal na mahal niya.
Oo, pinuntahan niya pa kahit, di ba, nung walang bantay.
Oo, kahit wala silang baril.
Ang galing nun, na talagang linoko lang nila yung, yung kotse.
It's a prank.
It's a prank. It's a prank nila. Tapos ang galing nung actor, si Enzo, talagang nakita mo yung nginig niya eh. Siyempre,
Yeah. Pero isipin mo, baker lang yun, no?
Oo, baker siya. Ang galing. Ang galing. Doon na yung simula ng ni Michael. Sununtok siya nung police officer, si Captain McCluskey. Doon yung downhill spiral niya.
Kasi
kasi nabastos siya dun.
Yeah. Kasi alam na war hero siya tapos babastusin lang siya ng gano'n. Diba? So,
war hero siya tapos parang babastusin lang siya ng gano'n. Like, doon na pa, who the fuck are you? Kung si Michael na, who the fuck are you, bitch? Treat me like that? Motherfucker.
nangyari gago?
War hero ako? Tapos gaganyanin mo ako? Ang ina mo ah. Nabastos siya talaga doon.
Yeah.
So, that meeting, I like how Sunny was just so nonchalant. Like, you look beautiful. Diba? You look beautiful. God damn it, I'll be like, fuck you. I'm a war hero, bitch. If I were Michael, but I'm not Michael.
Pero ramdam mo yung pagkabanas niya. Parang...
Ramdam mo talaga yung pagkabanas niya.
Ramdam mo yung pagkabanas niya kahit paulit-ulit nilang sinasabi na it's only business.
The scene after he said that, man, it's strictly business. Can you say it, Kendrick or Katie? Say it. Someone please say that line.
Just business.
It's just business. It's just business.
It's just business, Sonny.
It's not personal. It's just
just-
business.
Yo,
Damn it. Good job, Katie.
got it.
Yun nga. You got it, man. You got it. Yun nga. Then the scene after that where Clemenza is teaching him how to
Shoot.
shoot. Ang ganda ng analysis ng part na yun. You can see that towards the end of it, diba, ina-explain na ni Clemenza kung paano na yung baril na nila pinaglaruan nila yung baril para walang prints na makuha. Tapos tinuruan niya na pagkabaril mo, drop the gun and leave the scene. Diba?
Just walk.
Oh, walk. Ang ganda
Don't run.
Ang ganda nung sinabi ni Clemenza towards the end na, we were proud of you, Michael, being a war hero and all. Clemenza said that. But little did Michael know that gun, that handgun, would remove his war hero status. Hindi na siya war hero pagkatapos na.
Change everything.
He became the godfather. Because pick up nun, nasa Italy na siya. Tapos, matay na si Sonny. Pagkabalik niya, semi-retired na si Vito. Tapos si Michael na nagpapatak sa pamilya. Si Fredo na sa Las Vegas na. Putang ina pare. Yun eh. Binaril niya si Salazzo. Pero nawala na yung pagka-war hero niya nung hinawakan niya yung baril na yun.
Change everything after a shot.
It changed everything, man. That one gunshot changed everything.
Just because nabana si Michael.
Mm-hmm. Then
Ikaw pa naman.
Oo.
Ikaw pa naman, barilin yung sarili mong tatay para lang sa business. Sinong hindi gaganti doon?
Doon na na-corrupt yung family. That's how his family corrupted him.
Yeah.
You notice that he was cold with his family. Tragedy happened. He warmed up his family. Tragedy happened again. He began to warm up even more to his family to the point of corruption. Kendrick, any personal story you could share on how what family has done to you particularly? Because I know you're a family man yourself. Naalala nung college tayo, uwi ka, lagi mong concern nanay mo, bibili ka pa ng tinapay. Alam mo yun?
Yeah. I try my best na umuwi ng mga and stuff to take.
Yeah. Ikaw naman magkwento. I mean, di ka naman sinasabi na kinurap ka ng pamilya mo. Pero ikaw, ano bang personal story mo?
Wait lang, sige. Balikan natin yung post natin, yung quote ni Vito.
Yeah.
Kaya yun yung pinili ko kasi pinapili ko muna sa inyo, pero yun talaga yung gusto ko. Pinapili ko muna sa inyo yung apat na
matagal mo ng favorite yung quote na yun, nasa Twitter mo pa yun.
Yeah. I posted it on my Twitter kasi kinausap niya si Johnny Fontaine dito. As I can remember. Kinausap niya si Johnny Fontaine. Tapos sabi niya, with your family. Sabi niya.
Wait, sinabi niya kay Sunny yan.
Hindi. Sinabi niya kay Johnny Fontaine yun. Kasi diba?
Sinabi yun, kay Johnny Fontaine yun.
For me, para sa akin si Sunny, kasi alam niyang nakikipag-affair siya nung pumasok siya.
Ay, oo. Kasi nga, parang, oo nga, no? Pwede. Kasi,
oh, nice. Parang it's a two-way thing.
Oo nga parang sa kalagitnaan ng pagpasok ni Sunny, no? That was smart, KD. Ngayon ko lang na-realize.
Kasi alam niya na Alam niya na sa umpisa pa lang, nang bababain si Sunny. Kaya sinabi niya, you can never be a real man if you don't love your family.
Oo. Yun yung sinabi. So, sabi ni Fontaine, yes, I do. Tapos sabi ni Vito.
Sunny.
Sabi ni Vito, that's good. Because a man who doesn't spend time with his family can never be a real man. Sobrang tumama sa akin yung sinabi niya. Kasi parang, there were times na parang naramdaman ko yung statement na to kasi parang kasi ako kasi I have a single nanay ko single parent, and after
Yeah.
died, ako yung tumayong lalaki sa pamilya. So I should know things na for 10 plus years na I should have been the father of the family, 'di ba? So parang ramdam ko yung ramdam ko yung quote,
Yeah.
ramdam ko yung sinabi ni dito.
Family is everything.
Even though it makes parang kasi doon mo pag-aaralan lahat sa family mo eh. It's like family can make or break you in a way. Kasi nga depende. Yung tingnan mo yung nangyari kay Michael, he got corrupted. It depends on how he receives it. 'Di ba? Paano kung isipin mo walang ganong narrative, parang okay silang lahat. Eh di okay si Michael, 'di ba? So, yun yung gusto ko i-point out. So, depende kung gusto mo magpadala sa yung overall ugali ng pamilya mo. Kasi kung mapadala ka doon, parang it's either you go up or down.
Okay. Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah.
So, how about you, KD? After watching the trilogy, parang what did you realize about your family? Like,
ito na lang. Kumbaga, wala rin naman masasabi sa family ko. Ito na masasabi ko. Sa lahat ng mga pamilyadong tao dyan, lalo sa mga parents, treat your children equally. Mahalin nyo sa equally. Walang lalamang at walang lulubog. Kasi once na may nakakaangat yung isa nasisira. So, hindi maayos yung family. Kaya, treat your family equally para maganda yung future nyo. Ayun talagang literal na masasabi mo, one big happy family. Kung mamahalin mo silang pantay-pantay.
I mean, i-add ko lang dyan, KD. Kasi, tinan mo yung nangyari sa pamilya nila ng Corleone. Naging godfather lang si Michael. Tinan mo si Fredo. Si Fredo yung mas matanda. Tapos, tinan mo yung nangyari. Pinatay ni Michael si Fredo because of Fredo's
mistakes.
Yeah. Kasi nga parang trinidor ni Fredo Yeah, trinidor ni Fredo si Michael. Tapos si Connie, binabalikan lang si Michael pag may pera. Kailangan niya ng pera. So parang nawalan sila ng respect sa kapatid nila kasi siya yung pinakabunso eh. Ay, isa sa pinakabunso. Yun, parang yun lang yung masabi ko. Kasi parang napansin din naman ng pamilya kahit noong una na parang pinaka-favorite talaga nila si Michael. Ay, pinaka-favorite Michael.
Kahit naman dun sa diba, sa second film nung umuwi sila sa Italy, sinubuhat-buhat ni Vito throughout Michael.
Yeah.
Sa Sicily pala. Umuwi sila sa Sicily. Buhat-buhat ni Vito si Michael. Tapos si Sonny, kita mo naman kung gaano ka-aggressive. Nakipagsuntukan dun sa kamag-anak. Tapos si Fredo, very passive. We don't know much about Fredo. Except na may pagka-burara siya. Kita mo naman sa first film, nung sa party, di ba nagkita si Doc Vito tsaka si Barsini. Yung mata ni Barsini, pumunta kay Fredo kasi nakita niya lasing na si Fredo. Kita mo naman yung pagka-irresponsible ni Fredo sa first film. Pumunta niya nahalagan si Kay. Si Kay, di ba?
Yeah.
Very, siya eh. Masyado siyang irresponsible. Pero towards the end of the second film, I started to grow a liking for Fredo. Just because it was so damn cute, man, how he wanted to take Michael's son out for fishing. And, God damn it, I don't even want to talk about it. It's such a tragedy. It's such a sad film, man.
Kumbaga sa Godfather, si Sonny, nakuha niya yung pagiging aggressive ng tatay niya.
Oo.
Si Fredo, nakuha niya yung pagiging kind, pagiging open sa lahat,
Mm-mm.
malambutin niya. Pero si Michael, nakuha niya yung pinakatalino ng pagiging isang
Oh.
Corleone.
Juicy information. I like that. Nice.
Kaya gustong-gusto ni Vito si Michael. Kasi siya,
Nice.
gifted siya.
Nice. God damn, Katie.
So,
Nice.
swerte kayo to parang movie analysis na natin to with KD Laurente. So,
I mean, this is an amateur movie analysis. Like, God damn, I can't even like criticize more about the film. Though there's more positive attributes and some negative attributes. I don't want to dive in too deep to it. Yeah, I'll share with you what I know. And Katie, revolutionizing everything. Gandang analysis yun. I like that. Yeah, fuck you, Katie. You know,
but that's why we have him as our guest.
why we have him as our guest. This is apparently one of the wackiest episodes. This is supposed to be a serious episode. This is the wackiest episode we've had. This is the first. The second episode is so serious.
Yeah.
But I think that's my favorite episode. Kahit anong episode pa dumaan sa atin, like, yun yung magiging favorite episode ko.
Yeah. And if the listeners do get this far, watch the film, man. If you haven't seen it, watch it. If you've seen it, watch it again.
Kung na-spoil ka na, you still see it.
Yeah, it's too good. It's too good to let.
Hindi nakakasawang paulit-ulitin.
Watch The Godfather. Learn a few lessons. Be cultured. Appreciate the fine arts. Can we reenact a scene from the film? Can we reenact the first scene?
We check the script first.
Yeah, I'll get the script. We'll go look up the script, and I have my laptop in front of me.
Sige.
Who will be Vito?
Sige, ikaw, try mo hanapin. While you're on that, mag-uusap mo na kami ni KD. So, KD,
Yeah.
so, ano yung ina-expect mo sa bagong school year sa school mo?
Unexpect ko dahil pandemic. Medyo mahirap, pero laban pa rin. Alam ko sa mga teachers dyan, mahirap rin, pero I feel you. Laban lang po. Ayan.
Oh, 4th episode. We have a special guest. Teacher.
Uy, wag mo muna sabihin, syempre.
Yeah, I gotta say it, man. So people will watch it. Yeah.
Para matanggal ang stress niyo po sa mga nanonood.
Mm-mm.
Subscribe, like, and share Staying Alive Podcast.
Walang bayad yan. We didn't pay him to do.
Hindi po ito sponsor.
We're not paid to do this episode. We don't even have any sponsors. We don't even have any, except for Jenny's artworks. I don't even know if they're active anymore.
Basta mamaya
We're not
bibigay ko
even
na lang yung ano.
sponsored, man.
Basta mamaya bibigay ko na lang yung ano ko.
Literally, this is
Bibigay ko
all
na yung
of
mamaya
us.
yung Gcash ko. Gcash number.
Mm-mm.
Charot lang.
Patreon
Charot lang.
account namin. Donate to our PayPal. Ay, yung BPI account number ko. Ibigay ko na lang ganun. Joke! Okay, ito na. Meron na ako. Who wants to be Vito?
Send mo
Just
muna.
type in the Godfather script.
Muna, di ba?
Let
God
me check.
damn it. I have to open Facebook. This takes too long.
Puro nakita ko Roque.
I like how unprofessional this episode is. I honestly love how unprofessional this episode is.
Yun lang talaga yung ano natin eh. Yun yung parang, kasi magtatropa tayo, di imposible hindi tayo maging ano.
Can you just search it?
What happened to Ramon?
This is, hello? Narinig mo ako?
Yeah, what happened? Ba't ka nagwala bigla?
Okay, sorry. Akala ko nawala ako. Can you just search it? Pero dalawa lang to. We need to... God damn. This is the entire movie. The entire movie.
So gusto mo pang i-re-enact yung first
This
scene?
is awesome.
Ano,
You want to? I don't know, man. It's just...
is this, I Believe in
It's
America?
just not... Forget about it.
Hindi, Luca Brasi.
Yeah, I believe in America.
Wala pa si Luca Brasi dito eh.
I believe in America.
Don Corleone.
let's have our
I am honored and grateful.
one of the characters. Wait
Huh?
let me send the script. Wait lang.
Let's just end it right here, man. Anyways, let's just end it. It's just it's taking too long. Hirap na mag-edit. Kala ko ako mag-edit, no? This has been an episode of the Staying Alive podcast. Welcome. And if you're new to our channel, hit like and subscribe. Ring that notification bell for updates. If you're on Facebook, watch this on like our page. If you're on Spotify, follow Google Podcasts, follow Anchor, follow. We're still waiting for Apple Podcasts. I hope we get approved. This has been an episode of the Staying Alive podcast. Welcome, everyone. As our special guest, Katie Lorente. I'm Ramon de Mesa, your host.
And I'm
Shoutout. Pwede mag-shoutout.
sige, shout
Sure.
Shoutout nga pala sa Philippine State College of Aeronautics. Lalo na sa Villamor. And sa lahat ng Supreme Student Council ng Philippine State College of Aeronautics. What's up sa inyo? Shoutout.
Yeah, shout out din sa kilala ko kayo.
FB name ko nga pala, Lauren de KD. Kaya kung sino gusto mag-PM, just PM me.
Yeah, single
Sagot ka agad ako. Right
Single yan,
away.
Single yan, walang jowa yan.
Ay. Parang ganun.
Except for
Loyal
joke.
naman.
Joke.
Loyal sa
Anyways,
isa.
fourth episode. Catch us on our fourth episode. Fourth episode about teachers.
support episode. So,
Gonna be an interesting episode.
yeah, parang marami tayong pag-uusapan doon. And with that, let's end the episode. I am Kendrick Ang,
I'm Ramon de Mesa.
along with KD Laurentes, our special guest. Say goodbye, KD.
Again, this is an
Goodbye.
episode we can't refuse.
Hey, I like that.
So yun.
Bye.
Goodbye, guys. See you in
Goodbye.
the episode.
See you in the next episode. Bye bye.